Alright, hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to try to record again. I've recorded 5 times in the past 2 days and all of them, me and this camera have just been fighting. We have not been getting along like we're supposed to, but I'm going to try to record the look that I did yesterday because I did post it on Instagram and people really liked it. But I feel like me uploading that, it just was not going to be the quality that I feel like I could stick by. I feel like one of the hardest thing to do as a brown skinned woman is to make sure that your complexion shows up on camera. Like that is my biggest struggle. And I know we've talked about lighting situations before on my channel and stuff like that, but that's probably like my biggest struggle because I don't want to look lighter, you know, like I really want to look brown skinned, but it's so hard to get your camera to work. I think it's time for me to invest in another one. I don't know, or maybe there's something I can do with this one. I don't know, but let's go ahead and get started. I took a little bit of my Laura Mercier powder and just put it on my brows to kind of, I don't know, set them in place while I try to put this brow pencil on. This pencil is from NYX, and I'm going to use this to just fill in my brows. And I don't know if I'm going to use the LA Girl today. I might. Y'all know with me, it's always a trial and error. So it's quite possible I may use it. I'm just not completely sure right now. And I'll start talking in a little bit. But right now, y'all, like I'm so frustrated. I'm trying to get my bearings together. But yeah, I'm pissed. Like it's just been a long journey of trying to get here and make quality content. I wish I had like a person to come and set all my shit up for me, but it's so difficult because sometimes like the way my computer looks versus the way my camera looks, it's completely different. Okay, so now that is together, my brows or whatever, I'm going to use the Estee Lauder 6W to clean the bottom of them. This is 6W Deep, my bad. I know somebody was asking me to like list products. Let me tell y'all something. It'd be a lot going on in my mental, you know, this takes a lot. I already read them off. I'm sorry if you don't feel like watching the video or you need a screenshot. Like, that's personal problem, okay? I try to list them on my Instagram, so you guys are more than welcome to go over there and do it. But if not, again, it's not something I'm gonna do, love. It's already a lot of work to get this shit done. The other thing is, like, people always ask me shit that I used like 2-3 months ago. Let me tell y'all something. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. So how am I supposed to remember what product I used 2-3 months ago? But if you listen closely, I probably said what I used. That's the best I could do. Okay, because I really don't use this like this and I feel like I need to get my money's worth, I am going to be using the Estee Lauder foundation. This is also in the shade 6W2. So to blend this out, I am going to go in with a little more of that Estee Lauder concealer because this is going to serve as my base. Using this, I am going to go to the top first and blend out the top, and then I will move down to the bottom. I'm doing the top first because I use that foundation up here, and the foundation is a little bit darker than the actual concealer. I like to bring it over a little bit because sometimes I like to bring my shadows over. For yesterday's look, the purple, blue, and pink that somebody requested, I used 2 palettes. I used the Sweet Pinks palette by Juvia's, looks like this. And then I also used the Nubian Royal palette by Juvia's as well, looks like this. So I had a little bit of purple in there. I decided to do purple because purple, blue, and pink. Somebody requested blue and pink, but I was like, I think I need to add like a little bit of purple in there to get the transition to be a lot smoother. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start out with the darkest shade purple that is in this palette, and then I'm going to move forward. I believe somebody asked me to point out colors. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I think it's kind of self-explanatory. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You know how they say, like, common sense isn't so common. Not saying y'all don't have common sense. I'm just saying, like, I can look at a photo and see the blues and the pinks in there and kind of go from there. So, I don't know. I don't know what y'all really want from me. Starting out with that deep purple, and I'm going to just pack that into my crease over here, into that outer corner, and then we're gonna start like just, I guess, blending it out. So you pack it and then you blend it. Today's topic is, do you guys feel like you should have multiple friend groups and why? I am a firm believer that you should have multiple friend groups, and sometimes they should not intermingle. Of course, they are going to intermingle on birthdays and holidays and stuff like that, but if you guys are just kicking it, I don't feel like they should ever be intertwined, and I'm going to explain to you why based on an experience that I had. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of pink that is in this palette right here, darkest shade pink. Here we go, darkest shade, right? So the darkest shade will probably be this one, right? Unless you guys are colorblind. If you guys are colorblind, then I apologize. And we're gonna go in and blend out the edges of that purple, okay? And this one, we're gonna kind of swoop that all the way in. So the purple we kind of kept right here at the highest point of our arch. The pink, we're gonna start at the back and then just blend that in here. I think that you guys should have multiple friend groups, and this was like a valuable lesson that I had to learn. Me and these two other girls worked together. Like, okay, it was kind of like split up between two groups. So me and one girl were cool, and that same girl and the other girl was cool, right? And for whatever reason, the girl that I was cool with felt like she couldn't hang out with just like one of us at a time. She always felt like both of us had to be together, or all three of us had to be together at the same time. Now, I was not really feeling the other girl. She was not my cup of tea. Now, the other girl, that was her friend, you know. So I remember telling her, because we had been out a couple times, and she would just do shit that was just very, like, as much as people think I'm bougie and I'm uppity, like, I'm really not. I'm really laid back. I don't judge people, and I always felt like she had a very judgmental attitude towards people, and so it really made me not want to fuck with her. Like, just, I really didn't want to be around her. Let me add that, like, the place we worked at was like a bunch of old bitches. Like, I had to be like 23, 24 at the time, and I don't know what it is about older people, but me and them, sometimes we don't get along. Like, if you're in your 80s, and I get along with them, but like people who are just old and bitter, I just don't get along with them bitches. And so it was just a very big toxic environment. And this is the same job that the one girl tried to sleep with me, like, you know, and I was like, no. But after that went downhill, after I told her, like, I didn't want to sleep with her, I didn't want to do threesomes, like, I went into girls, then it went downhill. We would be kicking it, and the girl would just always bring up the damn workplace, and I felt like, listen, one thing about me is I got to deal with bitches for the sake of my job and get this check, but when that is all said and done, when I go home, like, I have peace. I block motherfuckers on social media that I work with, because I'm gonna have my peace regardless. Like, that is so important to me. So when we were out, she always wanted to talk about the job, and I would be like, dog, like, we not talking about that damn job. Like, nobody's trying to hear that right now. It was too much. You always try to bring the workplace out into here. Like, I don't want to talk about these old bitches. These bitches not doing nothing for me. I don't care. I've always been the type of girl, like, I'm not gonna run my mouth too much. You want to fight? That's where I'm at with it. And if you don't want to fight, then I'm not about to keep doing this with you. Do what you do. Long as you don't put your hands on me, I'm straight. Her thing was, well, they talking about me, so I'm gonna talk about them. Like, girl, you have to find some other group to do that with, because I'm not that girl. I don't really care. And the other chick, she worked, like, the girl I was friends with, she worked in a different department, like, same building, but it was a different department. So she didn't really see firsthand of how, you know, things were really going down. So of course she was trying to hear all the tea, because the way the building was set up, we worked downstairs on the floor, she worked upstairs in the titles department. So it was different. So she didn't really get to experience that, because they would be in that room from sun up to sundown. That was a little bit of e.l.f. concealer that I used in the shade Fair Warm, I think. Oh, stuff is falling. Yeah, Fair Warm. And then I take whatever is left on that brush, the purple that we used, and I'm just going in and I'm blending out the outer corners, because I hate harsh edges. I don't know why I don't take my cut crease all the way out. I just don't. Okay, so this is the Wahala 2 palette, also by Juvia's. Okay, so to get the blue that you guys were looking for, I really want to go in and darken my edges, but I'm gonna try to behave today. I'm gonna use this one right here. This is called the Wicked color. It's a lighter shade blue. We're gonna use that, and then I'm gonna jump into the Sweet Pinks palette again. But anyway, the girl didn't know how to separate us, and I had a conversation with my friend and let her know, like, hey, I'm not really fucking with her like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind you kicking it with her. I would never tell you who not to be friends with. I'm just saying I don't want to fucking hang out with her. So if me and you go hang out, then I don't feel like we inviting her type of thing. It would just be on our time. And she said because she didn't want to make the girl feel bad, she didn't know how to handle that. And I'm thinking, bitch, we 23, 24. If I was 23, 24, she had to be at least 30 at that time. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know how to separate us because she's going to feel some type of way? I don't want to hang out with her. She shouldn't want to hang out with somebody who doesn't really fuck with her like that. So I should have knew then, like, maybe I should just go ahead and end the friendship. But again, that friendship meant something to me. Like, I really cared about that girl. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Before we hop in with the pink, I like to do like a little bit of a transition color. So I'm going to mix these two colors kind of back and forth to just apply them here before I go in with that pink color. But yeah, she was like, I don't know how to just kick it with you and just hang out with her. Like, I don't know how we're going to make that work. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I continued to deal with the girl, and every time I would invite my friend somewhere, she always seemed to show up, and I'm like, what the fuck? I know I didn't invite her, but again, she said she didn't know how to separate it. Now I should have stopped hanging out. Now I'm not going to lie and say that during the times of us hanging out we didn't have a good time, because there were times that we had a really good time, and there were times that, yeah, it was some fucking bullshit. All right, now I'm gonna use this pink in this palette to get in those inner corners. One night, it was my birthday, and I was like, you know, I wanted to kick it with my homegirls, and we was gonna go out. Now, a couple people canceled, they couldn't go. I was pretty frustrated, but those two could go. And now, mind you, I just wanted to hang out with my friends, which did not include her. But she was like, I want her to come because I know she'll have a good time, or da-da-da. And I was like, okay, bet she can come. So my thing is, listen, it's not your birthday, it's my birthday. Why are you late? That's the first thing. So she was late, and we had already started our activities for the night. So the first flag, like I said, she was late, that pissed me off, right? So then once she gets there, she gotta still get dressed. Like, what do you mean you still have to get dressed? So you're late and you're not dressed? I'm gonna apply a little bit of the Urban Decay All Nighter Primer to my face, and yeah, get that going. Y'all cannot believe I've done this look twice now. I'm telling you, if it don't come out right this time, it just ain't gonna come out right, and I'm moving on because, girl. Okay, while that's setting or drying or whatever, I'm now gonna go in with like this little purple liner. I don't know if this is the one that I used yesterday. I can't remember. I think it is. If you're looking for something to be pigmented over your eyeshadow, this is probably not it, but they are pretty good. I can't see the toothpaper anyway. She arrives late. I already wanted to leave her, but of course her bestie didn't want to leave her. Y'all know my friend didn't want to leave her. So we're waiting like an additional hour for her to get dressed, and then she's like, can you do my makeup? Like, absolutely not. I'm not doing your makeup. Like, it's my birthday. If you wanted your makeup done, then you totally should have came earlier and on time. At this point, I just want to go out. I want to party. I want to have a good time, and I want to live my best life. This liner is probably not a good liner over eyeshadow, but I feel like it did okay. It's cute. If you're not gonna wear eyeshadow, I feel like it'd be super bomb. It'd be so cute. Now, you guys have been on my ass about trying this Juvia's Place over and over again, although I told you guys I really do hate it. But yesterday I used NARS, but today I'm gonna use Juvia's because y'all want me to. Although I am not a fan of this shit at all. I'm gonna be using the shade To Go. And I'm gonna see. I'm gonna give it one more chance for y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna apply just a little bit. It's so fucking thick. I hate that. It just feels so nasty. But anyway, y'all, so I wanted to go out to this club, right? And I guess she had never heard of the club, so she didn't want to go. Now, mind you, we did not have any like VIP tickets. Like, your girl was still broke at that time. I had 2 kids. Like, it's just a lot going on. So We didn't have VIP tickets, so I was like, it wasn't like I was losing money or anything by not going. So I was like, all right, fine, this is the spot you want to go to. Although it's my birthday, you're really trying to make it seem like it is your birthday, but we'll go. So we go, and she's like, yeah, we're gonna have a good time. And I got on like this bodycon dress, my boobies are out, and we walk into this Jamaican spot, and there is a old man in there having a damn birthday party. And I knew it was gonna be some shit, because as soon as we hit the door, the old women turned around like, who the fuck invited them? You know, kind of making it seem like we were the side bitches because we were young and they were old. Immediately, I'm like, yeah, this is a no. This is a damn no. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. concealer. This is in the shade Deep Cinnamon, and I'm going to apply it all to my face. We walk in, old women are looking at us, and you can just feel like we really don't belong there. And the whole while she's like, well, let's just stay and see how it goes. Like, who the fuck, bitch, I just turned like 24, 25. Like, who wants to party with a bunch of old people? Although I like older men, like, I don't want to be in no damn old party. And it was nothing in there besides older men. Nothing but older men. Like, I don't, girl. So I'm heading out the door at this point, because I can feel myself getting irritated, like to the point where I'm about to spaz out on you, and I'm really trying not to. And when I get to that point, it's just gonna be all bad. So my friend's trying to diffuse the situation. She's like, oh, okay, well, let's not stay because Ari doesn't want to stay. Let's just go ahead and go to this other what do you call that, other club. We get to this other club or whatever, and I'm like, we're pulling up, and this is like where shit starts to, yeah, like I knew that was gonna be the last night that I fucked with her, type of thing. But she just kept digging herself a grave. Like, it just kept going. Pull into parking, the guy's flirting with me. I'm trying to flirt back so we can get free parking, right? And here go her ass. Nah, we'll just pay because you're not even cute anyway. Again, it's my birthday. Like, what the fuck? Why am I even driving at this point? It is my birthday. I shouldn't be doing shit but chilling. They're walking up to the door, right? Supposedly, she sprains her damn ankle. So now I'm even more fucking irritated, because it's like, girl, why do you have on wedges at the club anyway? Like, we all have on stilettos, like, and y'all know I can't even walk in stilettos, but bitch is gonna try. When she did it and she like kind of like tripped a little bit, I just kept walking, because girl, I'm not about to leave. I had to pay for parking because you're a big ass mouth. I'm not about to leave for you, so no. So I just kept walking to the door, and my friend is calling me. She's like, Ari, she sprained her ankle. I'm like, too fucking bad. So she's like, well, I can try to limp to the door or whatever. So I'm like, all right, bet. Like, you gonna have to do something, otherwise your ass is gonna have to sit in the car until I'm done, because yeah, no. We pay to get in. We in there, we vibing, and the whole time she just like killing the vibe, y'all. Like, she's just, oh my gosh, she complaining about everything. They're taking pictures of us, and she's like, I don't know why they keep taking pictures of Ari. Like, bitches, all three of us in the photo. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why you keep talking about they taking pictures of me? And if they are, bitch, I'm having a good ass time, so what's the problem? And this was like a photographer for the club. It wasn't just like somebody randomly was taking my picture. Then the music, girl, she said the music was too much. Now, she was one of those Bible thumpers when it was beneficial to her. She wanted to talk about religion when it was beneficial to her, because her and her boo wasn't even married, but they was having sex out of wedlock. So, I mean, is it out of wedlock? I thought just when you have a kid out of wedlock. I don't know, but they was having sex. What is that called? Fornicating. They were fornicating, and you didn't seem to think that was an issue, but you had an issue with the type of music that was being played. Like, stop, girl. Then, like, as I'm, dancing or whatever, my dress was kind of going up, but it wasn't up, like, to the point of you seeing anything, like, it just kind of shriveled up a little bit. And she's like, oh my gosh, Ari, your legs are out, your legs out. Like, when I tell y'all she was killing my fucking vibe, she was killing my vibe. What I just put on the contour was the Juvia's Place Cat Cena. I do like their foundation sticks. The foundation sticks for contouring are A1. Now I'm setting this with the Laura Mercier. Just gonna put that in there. Then she telling me like, oh, you can't really drink that much because you gotta drive. Like, girl, you are absolutely right. I can't enjoy myself because I do have to drive. Like, y'all should have been the ones driving, not me. I shouldn't have been the one driving, but whatever. Then we see, these people who got a little bit of oregano. So we like, okay, bet we gonna go ahead and try to get some. Here she go. Y'all don't know those people, and it could be laced, and you don't know what's going on, and no, we're not going to do that. Just all all this extra shit or whatever. So I mean, in hindsight, you do have a point because you don't know them. It could have been laced, but so I, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and give her point back on that one. I'll give you your point on that one, but the rest of the night she just showed her ass. So I'm gonna use a little bit of my Fenty 460 to go ahead and set my contour in place. So finally I was like, let's just go. Now mind you, it's only like 12, so we didn't even really stay out there long because she was late and she was on bullshit. So we get to the car and my friend's like, let's go to Waffle House. So I'm like, all right, bet, let's go to Waffle House. Here she go. I don't like no Waffle House because they got roaches. Like they got roaches. And I was like, do you know that half of the shit that you eat from these restaurants, like they're allowed to have like a certain amount of rat shit in their kitchen and it's not fined and they don't have to shut down. So there's a lot of shit that you're eating from these restaurants that are gross. Alright, I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier to bake. I like to bake. I know some people don't, but it's my prerogative. I will bake if I want to. The thing that set me off is my friend was like, you know, trying to diffuse the situation because, like I said, me and her was already neck and neck. Like, all right, bitch, you keep pushing me. You about to see Ari that you don't like, okay? And nobody really sees it because I try to keep her hidden. But I'm like, girl, you keep fucking with me and it's about to come out. So my friend's like, well, let's go ahead and, you know, just take a shot because we had some alcohol in the car. And we didn't have no cups or anything like that. So my friend was like, well, we'll just go ahead, pour it inside the cap, and then you'll just, you know, down it. Don't put your mouth on it, but you just down it or whatever. Here she go. No, because it's stuff going around and like, that's just unsanitary. And I don't know. Like, okay, let me put it into perspective for you guys. So my friend had a boyfriend. I didn't have a boyfriend. I had been celibate for like, I don't know, 2 years or whatever, because this is the time frame that I was trying to get over big country. So my friend had a boyfriend, but he was in Atlanta because, you know, he was working and stuff like that. So she hadn't seen him in a while. So the only person that was getting dick down every night and the only person that was sucking dick was her. So you are absolutely right. If anybody shouldn't be fucking taking these shots, it's you, because everybody else has not done anything, right? When I tell y'all that shit set me off, baby, it set me off. Y'all know this is like one of my favorites. This is the Jumbo liner from LA Girl. It looks like this. Very, very pigmented, but I'm going to apply this in my waterline. And although I have like a little bit of blue up here, I feel like we could totally add like some more down here at the bottom. I just realized, are you guys making me do a baby shower look? Like, are you trying to figure out what you're having? I mean, I'm not upset if you are, but I'm just like, is it? I wound up getting like so pissed. I wanted her to freaking walk. Like, that's how mad I was. I was like, bitch, get out of my car. See, that's the fucked up thing that you did by having me drive. Oh, because I'm quick to put a bitch out. I don't have to deal with this shit, okay? I really don't. And so my friend is like, no, Ari, she's not getting out. I'm like, well, shit, bitch, at this point, y'all ass can walk too, because you done fucking pissed me off too, because this is your goddamn friend, and she done ruined my motherfucking birthday. When I tell y'all, after I fucking calmed down, that was the longest, quietest car ride home that I've ever experienced. I'm telling you the truth. Like, my friend didn't even come in the house and get her shit. That's how mad she was. And I was so fucking mad. I didn't even let the other girl come in and get her shit. I literally walked up to my fucking apartment. I don't even know if they got in their cars. I did not talk to neither one of them. At that point, I think I realized that it was just time to let go of that friendship, because if you can't separate us and you feel like you can't be friends with the both of us but separately, then that's a problem. Okay, I went in and added a little bit of shimmer to my inner corners. This is the Wahala palette. I'm not even sure if they still carry this one. It's either between this one and the other one I showed you guys, the Wahala 2 palette. I'm not sure if they still carry this one in the not Ulta website, but the Juvia's website. I know somebody commented a while ago and was like, they don't carry that palette anymore. I'm not sure. But there's this little sparkly purple color in here that I went ahead and used on my inner corner. Hopefully you guys can see. I know the lights are bright, but I really like it. It just kind of brings it out. It has like a little bit of a blue tint to it as well, but I just kind of went into the inner corner just to make it pop just a little bit, you know? So out of all the Juvia's Place palettes, there are probably like 2 that I'm not really a huge fan of. The Rustic palette being one. which is this one right here. But I will say that this orange in this palette serves as a really, really great blush for me. And I'm going to use that today because y'all know I like orange blush. So, and I'm just going to apply it to the highest parts of my cheek. Like so. I love it. It looks so good. Other than that, like I really wasn't a fan of this palette. I don't know. I just felt like the pigments and stuff, it didn't do well for me as a brown skin woman. I don't know. Maybe like on the lighter skin tones, I feel like this palette would be amazing. But just for me, it was a no. Okay, I combed my hair so I didn't have to do it at the end, and I could just be finished and go about my way. So this is the Perfect Pair Duo. It is from Absolute New York. Got this at my local beauty supply store. It's nothing major. It is a brown liner. It's called a Duo Parfait. So one side is a liner and then the other side is lipstick. And this is what I used yesterday in that look. So I'm just going to line my lips. And then I'm going to use the opposite side to apply the lipstick. Then once that is applied, to just kind of deepen this up, because y'all know I love a good deep edge, I'm going to use my LA Girl not Perfect Precision. Is it Perfect Precision? It is Perfect Precision. I said it right. Okay, so I'm going to use this to just kind of deepen up my liner on the outer edges. So I'm going to add a gloss. I think the gloss that I'm going to use today, y'all know I always use the NYX, but today I'm going to use the Morphe Chill lip gloss, and hopefully I get the same type of results. And I just apply it to the bottom. Don't ask me why, I just do it, girl. So now that we have our lipstick applied and it's good to go, I'm now going to go in again with this little powder that I have, my face powder, and I'm going to begin to just sweep under my eyes and begin to blend all of that extra setting powder out. If you guys have made it here, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel. The ending of that story is literally, I did not talk to them after that day. I just felt like it was just time to let go. Like it was not going to be any type of rekindling with that situation. If you couldn't separate us, then we couldn't be friends. And unfortunately it's sad because I really did care about her, but I mean, it is what it is. For a long time, for like the ages of like 25 to 27, I lost a lot of friends. And now to like 28 to oh my gosh, I'm about to be 30, bitches. I'm about to be 30. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. But yes, from that age till now, I felt like I've kept so many relationships, but it took me going through those things for me to actually learn how to hold on to friendships, especially with women, because it's hard. It's hard to hold on to that because women are extremely emotional, and yeah, like sometimes we don't be feeling like working shit out, you know? We just be doing what we do. So, all right, this is the translucent powder by Maybelline. It's a face powder. Y'all know I kind of go in. I actually like to use this brush a lot more. And this, let me tell you what this is. This is the Morphe M510 brush, but I feel like it just helps to like blend it without me looking like over, you know, like patchy. I don't know how to explain it, but it gets it off in there. It blends it. It makes it look so good. And you also get that brighter under eye. Now, if I go to play this back and it is too dark, I'm sorry, I'm just uploading anyway because yeah, your girl is tired of doing this shit. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I am going to try to be more consistent. I have been consistent like the last two, 3 weeks. I've been doing good. I've been uploading on Saturdays or Mondays or something like that. I'll continue to do that. I am rushing because I do have to get this one edited and uploaded today, y'all. Like, time crunch is on, but I hope you guys liked it. Like I said, I knew somebody asked about pink and blues. Are you asking me for a baby shower? I don't know, but hopefully this is something that you could, you know, rock with. I don't know, made it a little bit easier. Let me know how you guys feel about the topic at hand today. Are you the type of person that has to have one friend group, or are you okay with having multiple friend groups? And if it came down to your friend telling you that another friend is just not her cup of tea, are you willing to separate those friend groups to make sure that you save both relationships, or are you willing to throw them away? That is the question. But I love you guys so much for watching. I have to go. Hopefully my camera is cooperating this go around. I don't know. But I love you, and I'll see you guys next time.